guys, if you are interested in learning how to make money from home as a stay-at-home mom, you're in the right place. I'm Kelly Crawford. I am a wife, homeschooling mom of 11. I have 6 still at home. 5 are still being homeschooled. And let me tell you, over the years, living on one income has been tough. And we were always committed to my staying home, and that has been very important to my husband and me. So I'm going to help you figure out how to make money from home. Now, I've done a lot of different things, and ultimately I found the way that I'm making a full-time income from home now. And it took a lot of trial and error to get there, and I'm going to share that with you in just a minute. So I'm going to break down all the different ways that I have made money from home. And so let's dive in. Be sure to subscribe and like this video if you want to see more of them. So yeah, over the years as a one-income family, we've struggled. My husband's a home builder, and he is fantastic at what he does, and he's a hard worker. And I have spent a lot of years just trying to make the most of his money by being frugal, by, watching our budget, by cutting expenses. But that only goes so far. And we got to a place, especially as our kids got older, where one income just was not enough anymore. And so, if you've lived on one income, especially in this economy, that living paycheck to paycheck means there's usually not any money extra to put in the savings account. It means feeling guilty if you want to take a vacation or take your kids out to eat or even go on a date with your husband. And so I want to help free moms up because I know that stress. I have lived it for decades. And I've always wanted to help my husband free our budget to have that room to breathe. Because watching your husband work himself so hard and it just still not be enough, and he still has to deal with the stress of it not being enough, it's very hard to watch. And so I've known for years that there are all kinds of ways to make money, especially with the internet now. And so I'll tell you a little bit about what I've done. I started out selling objects, things in our home on eBay, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. That is the simplest and fastest way to make a little money. Now, a little money is the key there because you can only make so much doing that. And then eventually you run out of things to sell and your kids start to hide all of their stuff. So you're not trying to sell it. So that's a very quick, easy way to get started. I then pivoted and decided to create my own skin products. So this was a very fun season. It took some research. You have to find recipes online, but you can find them very easily. And then you have to order quite a bit of inventory. So it was pretty laborious. I branded myself, so you have to do all the research on creating labels and creating marketing material. And like every business, yes, you have to figure out how to market it. And so that's usually been the hardest part of any business I've done is you create something over here, but then you have to figure out how to market it. And I'm going to tell you how I finally figured that out. So the third thing I did was started writing ebooks. And I started a blog about 18 years ago, blogging about homeschooling and Christian motherhood. And I started writing ebooks, answering questions that those women would ask me. And so I sold those ebooks from my blog, but I also put some of them on Amazon. And to this day, I still make a little money selling ebooks from Amazon. I ended up doing 2 in paperback, and I also sell those on Amazon. Which leads me to the fourth, I became an Amazon affiliate. Now, affiliate marketing can be very lucrative, but again, you've got to figure it out. And the way it becomes most lucrative is if you are promoting high ticket items. Now, keep in mind, even as an affiliate marketer promoting high ticket items, you still only get a very small percentage. So I do not make much money as an affiliate marketer, but someone who's really dedicated to that and really focuses on promoting high ticket items, you can make a decent amount of money like that. I then created a t-shirt company using a printing company. So I didn't handle the inventory. You create designs, which I did on Canva, and then you upload those designs, and on the website you create, how the style and type of shirt, and then they actually create the shirt for you and handle the shipping. I think the company that I used was Printful. There are many out there. I also created digital products for Etsy. I did some artwork. I did some homeschooling, copywork printables, and set up my Etsy shop. That ended up being a flop. I don't think I made any money doing that. That's a good one to try because it doesn't cost anything to create an Etsy shop, but you do, again, have to get your marketing right, and that can be expensive. It can be time consuming to figure out how to market that just right. And then another job I did was created a gift box company. Again, lots of inventory. lots of marketing. And then finally, I ended up creating another Etsy shop where I sold customized cutting boards. And this business did okay. I made about $1,000 a year, mostly at Christmas time, and it helped out during Christmas. But it was a lot of work, and especially at a hectic time in December. I had that for about 8 years, but was able to shut that down this past year when I finally discovered the job that actually is making me substantial income. And I started noticing people were making significant money in the online space, and they were creating digital products. And so I thought I could create a digital course on homeschooling, since I blog about that. And so that's what I did. And it took me about a year to get it all together and launched. And it was quite a bit of work, quite a bit of money. And I was very excited that this was going to be the thing that made me steady, passive income and would free us up in our budget. And I launched it and I sold about 20, 25, and then crickets after that. So I got to a place where I pretty much felt like a failure as a stay-at-home entrepreneur and kind of just gave up. Then we had a really bad turn with my husband's work and ended up falling very behind on our mortgage. And I just have the kind of spirit that there's a lot of determination there. And I just prayed that the Lord would show me something that would actually work, that would actually make substantial income. And a girl on Facebook had seen me on a Facebook homeschooling group, and she reached out to ask me a question. And when I went over to her page to see who she was, I saw a link that said, how to earn 10K in 30 days. And I thought it was very clickbaity, too good to be true. But I was intrigued because here I am still searching for that thing. Long story short, I'm making over $10,000 a month with this. It is a digital marketing business program that came completely done for me. And that's what I had wanted. When I felt like a failure with my homeschooling course, I told my husband, if I just had someone create it for me, I was just exhausted, if I had someone create it for me, and that's exactly what this was. A program that teaches businesses how to market on social media. The course is phenomenal. The program is incredible. And it came done with a sales funnel, done with a capture page. All my email automations were written and ready to load. And with a click of a button, I had a business connected directly to my website, which they helped me set up. And I make 100% profit because I own the resale rights. Now, you ask how I got started. I invested one time, didn't have the money. They have a payment plan. And because I used the payment plan, I made my money back before my first payment was due. I invested in this program one time. It came with everything: funnel, capture page, email, live coaching, a 50,000 plus community that's there helping. They do not let you fail. And that's what I loved about this business. With all my other ones, I was always on my own. I always had to figure it out. And when I hit a wall, I didn't have anybody to ask. And I didn't know how to market the right way. And with this program, everything is done. It is a business in a box. It's like buying a franchise in the digital space. And guys, that was November of 24. I'm recording this March of 2025. I've made over $47,000. It has completely changed our lives. We have a savings account now. We are saving for retirement. We are taking vacations and paying off debt and breathing. We're breathing for the first time. And I cannot express the peace that comes with that. And my passion now is to help other moms who staying home is important to them, but they feel the strain of not enough income. This has been, of all the things I've ever tried, hands down, the simplest and most lucrative. So if you want more information about that, check the description. I'm going to drop the link. It's makepassivecash.com. You put your email in, and I'm going to send you the blueprint. It's free. Check it out. Ask me any questions. Let me know your thoughts. And be sure to subscribe again, and I will see you next time.